From Castle Rexworth and the Rexworth Estates, I bid you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are. My name is Rexworth, Lord Rexworth, and I welcome you to our Saturday evening stream. Yesterday we were playing Genshin Impact, and tonight we'll be picking up with Honkai Star Rail. Probably going to be a bit of a grind stream, just trying to get all of the get the equilibrium level higher, get the trailblaze level a bit higher, sort of like how we're trying to do with the adventure rank. I do thank a rather kind stranger who popped in earlier today. I was doing some offline grinding on Genshin Impact and was quite instrumental in helping me clear one of the secondary quests there. And yes, that was a tremendous help. Unfortunately, I didn't even catch the name. I feel bad about that, but whoever you are, thank you. It was a tremendous help to me, as I said. Enrique, hello, and Fujiyumiko, welcome in. Thank you all for spamming the emojis. I love to see that. I love to see all the dancing emojis. That's lovely. Yeah, good to see all of you. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a relaxing holiday weekend, second in a row, as we head into New Year's Day, and do hope that you're all having a lovely time. It's been relaxing and safe and restful and all that good stuff. Right, let me go ahead and put out the usual things. All links available on the website, lordrexworth.com. That is lordrexworth.com. Discord is open to everybody who is 18 and over. Join the Castle Rexworth Discord by clicking that link there in the chat if you haven't already. Let's see. Got the Throne page up here, throne.com/Lord Rexworth. The Twitter is twitter.com/Lord Rexworth. And then also got the Throne-powered shop, lordrexworth.store. And finally, my comms are open. If you'd like a custom voice file from His Lordship, just click on that link there to go to my coffee page and buy me a coffee. It's as simple as that. Though spaces are limited, so I would advise if you do happen to be to want a commission from me, you best get it in while you still can. So, with all of that out of the way, yeah, you know what? We'll hold the sponsors until the stream's over. Let's see. Let me go ahead and switch over to the game screen here. That's good. And then we'll bring our music down. Turn on the desktop audio. Right, and off we go into Honkai Star Rail. You know, I was going over some of the New Year's resolutions with the rest of my nobles in the Discord today. And some of them that I came up with, let's see, what did I have? A few of these are achievable goals. They'll be accomplished probably within the next few weeks for 2024. But my goals/resolutions so far: start my podcast, keep it going, strive for weekly episodes, but do at least one every other week. Get approximately 30 minutes of exercise in the gym about 3 to 5 times a week during my lunch breaks at work. There's actually a gym in my office building that I can go to on my lunch break and do that. Let's see. Take out advertising via YouTube and Google and use that to grow my channels. Reach Kick affiliate by year's end, which that reminds me I need to pin something to chat here. And then release the cover track of Nimrod and If by Father's Day weekend. And as far as travel goes, visit Canada in August and perhaps even the UK or Japan in winter. And as a bonus for myself, which is something that, you know, may or may not get it, but it'd be lovely if I got it, but no big deal if I don't, reach Twitch partner by year's end. So that's a tall order, just because of all the requirements. I've got like 3 out of 4, but that last one is rather big. Still, that'd be incredible if I was able to reach Twitch partner. But yeah, that's it's no big deal if I don't get it. But we're still trying to shoot for it, nevertheless. Japan's on my 2025, 2026 list, but rather 2026, I think. Hey, yeah, I mean it's It's definitely not cheap to travel over there, especially with inflation making everything more expensive these days. The air travel, I think, is probably the biggest expense of all. But there's lots of great options for affordable lodging while you're there. But yeah, one of the things that I have found that has helped me is trying to stack and earn as many airline miles as possible. And there's certain airlines. I don't know how it is with the rest of the world, but in North America anyway, for certain airlines, you can earn airline miles through like everyday purchases or something. I don't know. A good reference for that is probably thepointsguy.com. For advice on how to navigate that. Although I'm very hesitant to recommend anybody going out and getting a credit card and trying to do the whole mileage stacking thing. That just in this day and age, and especially with high interest rates, it's just not a very good idea. Works a little bit different here. Yeah, yeah. It's different. It's different depending on what part of the world you're in, but there are ways that you can earn airline miles without necessarily having to buy a whole bunch of airline tickets to other places. Let me see. Let me type out a message. I'm going to pin this to chat. Let's see. Please follow me on Kick. Right, so there's the... oh, what's this? Unable to pin? Go into my stream manager here. There we go. Right, so goal still stands, everybody. If I get to 75 follows on Kick, I shall sing karaoke, play the video games of your choice, and also eat 7 million Scoville rated chicken tendies or hot wings, along with my friends Action Bastard and Lorelei Chow, and anybody else who wants to join me for a spicy food eating contest. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. And with all that out of the way, we can finally get into the game. Let's see. What do we want to do here as far as quests go? I think... What do we have here? We've got some messages here. Ah. Let's see. Your Lordship, can you receive this message? March 7th gave me this little thing, taught me how to use it. Seems you can teach an old dog new tricks after all. Just takes time. Kind of know how that works by now. Nice to have something that lets me talk to people without meeting them face to face. Haha. You learn quick. I'm flattered. Now let's cut to the chase. I heard Natasha's seeing a lot of patients. She hasn't slept for days. She's the backbone of the underworld, and we can't afford to have her burned out. Lord Rexworth, I know you did a great favor for her recently, but can I ask you to check in on her again just to make sure this is all right? No problem. I'll go straight away. I knew I could count on you the first time we met. Was not wrong after all. Thank you so much. Might as well give myself a little present for the end of the year. Might not be able to join as many as I want, but it's support from the shadows. Well, hey, any support is appreciated, Enrique. I know for a lot of us, work and IRL things are going to be... Oh, goodness. Well, thank you so much, Enrique. Thank you so much for the sub. For the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Thank you so much. And hey, if it didn't unlock it for you already, you should have access to the Wigglies now. So you're free to use my new Wiggly emoji. So enjoy that. That's a step closer to the road of being a no. Well, technically, Enrique, you are already a noble when you tap that follow button. But yeah, that's but the tier 1 sub definitely appreciated. Thank you so much. That really helps me out. Let's see. We received a message from Oleg. We just saw that. Who hopes you can visit Natasha and see what she's up to. Every day she works tirelessly to look after her patients. So Oleg hopes you can offer her some help. All right. Then let's do that. We're in the neighborhood. So we might as well pop in. Hey, there they are. There's the Wigglies. Wigglies make everything better.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness.
Of course, even if you get injured by accident, no need to panic. Just leave it to the doctor. You need any help?
You came at a good time. There is something you can help me with.
They do, for real. Yeah, I mean, it's hard not to smile when you see the little Wigglies dancing.
According to my patient records, there are a few that haven't come for their follow-up visits. It happens from time to time, but never as regularly as this. I'm a bit concerned.
Sounds like a quest.
Have you heard of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society?
Sorry, that was a mouthful, though. What? Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. Yeah, it does sound like a charity.
Speaking, mutual aid societies like these allow patients to share their experiences and support each other. It's a way of countering all the negative emotional effects of being ill.
Oh, a support group.
There might be more to this society than that. I've got a few patients who have started refusing treatment since joining the society.
What?
It certainly makes you wonder.
It certainly does.
The most suspicious part is that no matter how much I ask, no one's ever willing to tell me anything about it. And that's where you might be able to help.
Sounds almost like cult-like behavior. What should I do?
Pretend to be a patient. Help me investigate this so-called mutual aid society and find out exactly what they're up to. If I find out they're preventing me from doing my job, or if they're bringing harm to my patients, I won't just sit on the sidelines. Can I entrust you with this task?
No problem. Leave it to me.
This has huge numbers of patients to deal with every day. If I didn't have you here to help me out, I wouldn't be able to focus on giving them quality care. Good luck. I'll be sure to thank you properly when you're back.
Ayo? Just, how proper of a thanks are we talking about here, dear doctor? Because I could think of a few ways. Origin of the medicine. Talk to the first patient who skipped the follow-up visit. All right. Off we go, then. Just over there. I say, you there? Why have you been going to your follow-up visits?
You? I've seen you in the clinic. You run errands for Natasha, right?
Among other things, yes.
Your cover? What are you talking about?
Just a joke, mate. Come on.
Let me guess. Natasha wants you to persuade me to go back for a follow-up visit, right?
You catch on quick.
What's the use? I'm terminal. Life will be over before I know it.
Oh, ye of little faith. Was that really Natasha's diagnosis?
Of course not. I read it in a book.
Lean not on your own understanding.
Every book I read has descriptions that match my symptoms exactly.
Oh, God.
I can diagnose myself with a dozen incurable diseases before I get halfway through.
Well, yes, of course you can do. Anybody can do that if they browse WebMD long enough. That's why you don't even bother going to websites like that. Spend 15 minutes on WebMD and you're going to think you're dying.
For people in my situation, a follow-up visit is just a waste of time and money. Not to mention medicine.
You don't know that. Wait. So, nothing to do with you joining the Mutual Aid Society, then?
Mutual aid what now? What are you talking about?
Well, that answers that question.
What else is there to say? Natasha was seeing me free of charge. She said I could keep a tab running for as long as I liked, then pay it back when I had the opportunity. I guess I'm too proud.
The Greater the pride, the bigger the fall, my friend. Time to swallow your pride, head on back into the clinic and go get your treatments.
You think I need you to tell me? Don't try and persuade me. I've already thought this through. Dr. Vash never charged me anything either. Natasha's great, but Vash was always my number one.
Natasha is great, isn't she? Wait, who's Dr. Vash?
Natasha's brother. They both used to practice medicine back in Rivertown.
Oh, I see.
I heard he was a top student from the Overworld Medical Academy. Bellabog's main hospital wanted him. I've no idea what convinced him to set up down here. A kind heart, maybe.
Fundamental makings of a good doctor. So why don't you go to him
I
anymore?
don't want to. I heard that he passed away.
I see.
I should keep my voice down. Don't go telling anyone else about this next bit.
And what's the next bit?
I heard that
Mum's
Natasha
away.
had something to do with Dr. Vash's death. They say
Duh,
she was jealous that her
poppycock.
brother had stolen her patients. So
What?
she-
Doesn't sound like it at all. You believe
It's
that?
just something people were saying. I don't think Dr. Natasha could do something like that.
She wouldn't.
Forget I said anything. Since Dr. Natasha sent you over specially, I'll do her a favor. I'll
And
go
that
to the
would
clinic
be?
for my follow-up a little later. Bye for now.
There's a good lad.
Avoiding a follow-up visit due to money issues. I should find another patient to talk to.
Indeed, and our next one is just over here.
What was that? Oh, you'll have to be louder. My ears aren't what they used to be. Everything's muffled.
I wanted to ask why you're not going for your follow-up visit.
Ah! A follow-up visit. Is that what you're asking about?
Yes.
Natasha's a wonderful girl. She always gives me a thorough checkup. But at this age, it's rather a lot to bear. Even if they could cure me. I'm sure I wouldn't be around for long. I don't want to waste anyone's time.
Oh, come on. Stop being so proud. There's no time wasted where health is
Not
concerned.
for youngsters like yourself. When you get to my time of life, good health is a bit of a luxury, I'm afraid.
What appalling cynicism. That doesn't always have to be the case. In fact, it hardly ever has to be the case.
My husband had the same illness as me, but he never touched the medicine. He wanted to make sure I had enough.
There's what's killing everyone, foolish pride.
Then, one day, he said he needed to take care of some things at the mine. He never came back. He was forever saying he wanted to go before I did. Ah, selfish old fool.
Well, he would want you to go on living. Seems as though you're determined to go against those wishes. I don't think he would be very pleased with that.
I miss him. Now that he's gone, who cares how long I stick around?
You're looking at one lady. I should be very put out if you didn't have a long and happy and healthy life. I'd tell that to anyone. We're here to have life, and life more abundantly, all of us.
You don't give up easily, do you? Still. You're full of kind words.
Words with substance, dear lady. Words with substance. Give the man some credit here.
Okay, you win. It's off for another follow-up visit with Dr. Natasha, I suppose.
Good. That's good to hear.
Hmm? Did you want to say something else? Yeah, my ears are terrible.
You wouldn't happen to have heard of the Mutual Aid Society, would you?
Virtual who?
Never mind.
All right, I heard you. Do you have to shout? No, I've never.
Apparently I do.
Mutual Aid Society.
Avoiding a follow-up visit because of her husband.
That's sad.
I should find another patient to talk to.
Suspicious-looking patient. Celeste, welcome in. How are you feeling? You feeling any better today?
Why haven't I gone for my follow-up visit? Are you a patient too, or did Dr. Natasha send you over?
You're pretty sharp.
You should head on back then. Thank Dr. Natasha for her concern. I don't need Dr. Natasha's help now. Tell her to save her worries and medicine for other people.
Still dying, but not willing to miss my streams. Celeste, I adore your loyalty, but please, do rest. Do get plenty of rest. And do look after yourself. Please. It's funny that you jump in and I'm on a mission right now. A quest to track down some patients who haven't been for their follow-up visits at Natasha's clinic. I can rest while still watching streams. All right then, all right. Just don't overdo it, all right? Let's see. All right, Mr. Suspicious Patient, did you have a dispute with her?
A dispute? No. She's the only kind-hearted doctor in the underworld.
It would seem that way.
I just don't really approve of her methods, that's all. Too idealistic and no real efficacy.
An idealist is what a pessimist calls an optimist. Been coughing less and have less of a temperature than I did yesterday. Oh, good. Thank God. That's progress. That's progress. Jen, welcome in. Welcome in.
She tries to save everyone, which means she can't save anyone. In the end, it's the patients who suffer, and she just tires herself out.
Again, with the appalling cynicism amongst the people here. My God.
Miners like me don't have time for lengthy treatments. If I can't take something and get right back to work, I may as well lie down and wait for death to come knocking.
Ridiculous. Sometimes you have to bide your time for these things. Otherwise, you won't be able to get right back to work.
Did you, know Dr. Vash? His wonder medicine is cheap, and the results are immediate. You just need to, be willing to, take a little risk.
What sort of risk are we talking about here? He has the same mindset as me. Oh. Please, nobody listen to me. My mindset's not good. Just rest when you're feeling unwell, indeed. And remember, everyone, high time preference. Make the solid, positive, quality investment now so that you can reap the benefits later.
Dr. Vash's medicine is different. Lots of people make a full recovery after taking it, but some get worse. And the unlucky ones check out early.
That doesn't sound like a treatment. That sounds like a game of Russian roulette.
Even knowing the risk, most people fight tooth and nail to get hold of the medicine. You know why?
The medicine sounds very sus. Indeed. Most people fight to... You know why? Well, they're willing to gamble with their own life.
You're smarter than you look.
A little risk, yeah. Using the term little very advisedly, very loosely.
When life forces you to the edge, you'll throw yourself at any opportunity, even if it means risking it all.
I'm sorry, is he saying you look dumb?
People like us, a slow and torturous treatment is the same as a death sentence. If it's between that and a quick result, we'll take the latter.
I'm not even sure how to respond to something like this. This is... That man's a salesman for real, not buying it. Yeah, no, this is not a wise way to live. Not a wise way to approach medical treatment either. Medical treatment is not supposed to be so cutthroat and Darwinist.
Forget it. Why am I telling you all this? Dr. Vash is dead anyway.
I don't agree with them. But we do need to find out where exactly we go to get this sort of wonder medicine.
What? Now you're interested in the wonder medicine?
I'm interested in whoever's making it still. If there is anyone still making it. Because honestly, it just sounds like poison. At best, it needs refinement. At worst, it's poisoning people, and whoever is putting that out there needs to be stopped.
Listen up. The Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society is still selling that medicine. I can tell you where they trade, but there's a rule. You must not tell any of this to Dr. Natasha. You hear?
Thank you for the
If you break
hydrate.
the rule, you'll face the consequences. Here, take this.
Oh,
It's the
I'm so
address.
scared.
Final
Consequences.
warning. Do not reveal this information to Natasha.
Oh, don't worry. I would never do that. Wink wonk.
I know where to find the wonder medicine. What should I do next?
Drink water, especially if you're reading lots. That reminds me, I do need to go get some more water. Actually drank a whole bunch before stream.
The patient didn't want me to tell Natasha about this. Should I listen to him?
Oh, don't tell the real doctor about it. Wink, wink. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell Natasha. Status report, you know? Yeah, same for you, Celeste. Right. And we will do that very shortly here. Chat, give me about 60 seconds. I'm going to go grab some more water, and I will be right back. I'm going to play an ad break while we're waiting. And I'm back, everybody, and right on time, too. Sat down just as the ad break was concluding. Thank you all for sticking with me on this one. Right, let's get back to the game. Let's report what we found to our dear lovely Natasha. Drank a lot of water today, so no worries. That's good, that's good. If you got any ginger ale or Sprite too, that would probably also be something good for. And Gatorade, also Gatorade. Plenty of electrolytes. Resort, welcome in. Good to see you. We don't have any of those. Might be able to fix that.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness.
You stick to water. Okay. Yeah, as long as you're staying hydrated with water at the very least, that's good, that's good. Did have some juice earlier, though. Ah, perfect. Right, Dr. Natasha, here's what we found out about the Mutual Aid Society.
So the Mutual Aid Society found Vash's research results, and now they're selling this so-called wonder medicine to patients? Any organization doing something like this is interested in more than just mutual aid.
Yeah, at best they're selling an unrefined treatment. At worst, they're selling snake oil and poisoning people. Patients wanted me to keep it a secret from you.
I'm not surprised. They'll know that I'm completely against them using this.
Clokey, welcome in. Are these conversations about hydrating? Yes. Yes, the general importance of staying hydrated.
What Vash left behind is nothing more than reagents and experimental byproducts. The word medicine doesn't apply here. I warned the patients countless times, but seems like they had their heads in the sand all along.
And about a scuffy medicine too. Yes. Yes, we're on the hunt for some snake oil salesman of some kind, from the looks of it.
Thank you. Those patients weren't exactly singing my praises. Thank you for having faith in me. If you're curious about Vash's wonder medicine, you should ask some of the patients in the clinic. See what they have to say about the effects.
You know what? I think I'll do that. Starting with this lovely young lady here.
Some people say that Dr. Vash was a saint who came from the overworld to help those in need. I don't buy it.
Oh, and why not?
People's doctor. That's just what people who've bought into the myth like to say. Vash used to distribute free medicine all the time, but he couldn't have cared less about the people taking the medicine.
Well, sometimes there's wisdom in the old saying that anything free is worth exactly the price you pay for it. Though, it can be argued with medicine, that's helping people, that's humanitarian aid. So that's a bit different.
The hard truth is that we were just his test subjects.
Indeed.
It didn't matter if the medicine worked or not. What mattered was having a constant stream of willing lab rats.
And he was afraid that they wouldn't be so willing if they knew the truth that it was an untested and unproven form of treatment. And yet, the greater crime here was in the cover-up. It's like what they say about, you know, the real outrage is not necessarily in the crime, but in the cover-up. And in this case, Dr. Vash was covering up the fact that this was untested, unproven, if he'd just been honest with people and said, hey, I may be onto something with the treatment for an illness here. Trouble is, don't know if it works. Could potentially be deadly, but I do need people who are willing to take the risk. And no hard feelings if you're not. But anyone who's willing to try it, step forward. To my wonderful Hermana, mute the stream real quick. Alright. Celeste, commencing in 3, 2, 1. Ada, ada.
Of course, I can't control what anyone else thinks. That's just how I see it.
Not too far off the mark, if I... Really, that's... Okay, so that's one patient. Let's go get opinion number 2 over here.
Medicine Vash left behind? That stuff... Can you even call it medicine?
Oh, my side of the Lord I never saw before. At least she was one, yes. Yes. I whenever I know Celeste is in chat, I do like to give a bit of a heads up before belting out an ada ada. Oh, and Enrique, if you think that one's good, you should try my live redeem of the other one, the UWU, if you know what I mean.
I know Dr. Natasha's here, but I have to tell it like it is. Vash had zero medical ethics. He didn't deserve the title.
Oh, you found it. All right. Celeste, again, going to... I know what you mean, yeah. All right. Here we go. Commencing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, well? I should zero medical ethics, didn't deserve the title doctor. I mean, it sounds like Natasha would agree. Would agree with that. Perhaps not as harsh, but not entirely unsympathetic.
He may have had the capability, but he didn't use it to help anyone.
Gonna have to get used to that
I
one.
He never even asked about my illness. He just prescribed me his so-called wonder medicine.
Yeah, there's no... Rexy Resort. Bun, welcome in, welcome in.
If it were you, would you have taken that medicine?
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't have touched the so-called medicine with a 39.5-foot pole.
I wish you all a journey that is free of illness.
Right, just finished talking with the patients.
I still haven't worked out how to convey it to you. The issues surrounding Vash. My relationship with him. The things he's done in the underworld. It's a long story.
Headpats, headpats. Lots and lots of headpats. And hugs. Does sound rather long and complicated a story, doesn't it?
I'm guessing you've heard a lot of different opinions on Vash. What do you make of him?
I don't think it was insane. But definitely lacking in the ethics department.
I want you to go and visit another patient, a victim of the wonder medicine. I want you to see the real consequences of abusing that medicine.
Oh, good lord. Now she's starting to make it sound like it's... Gosh.
Once you've understood her situation, come back and tell me what you think. After that, I want to ask for your help again.
Well, all right then. Your wish is my command. Rexy, did you know me and Resort are besties? Well, that's good. That's good. Everybody's making friends. That's the idea behind building the community like I did. But glad to know you two are becoming good friends. Ah, the other patient. Oh, you're a pretty one, aren't you? But a lonely woman. Right. We'll soon fix that. Didn't threaten to stab this one. That's progress! Are you alright, my darling?
Who are you?
My name is Rexworth. Lord Rexworth. I've been sent here to ask you some questions. I'm a friend of Dr. Natasha.
Who? And who am I?
Oh my. This does not sound good. Didn't even have to try. You're one of Dr. Natasha's patients, don't you remember?
Where's my husband? And where's my child?
Oh dear.
Where are they? You know where they are, right?
I'm afraid not. Well, try and stay calm, please.
They don't know. Nobody knows.
He's the Riz Master with a smashable voice. Don't you know him? Yeah, I mentioned as one of my resolutions, I'm going to be taking out some advertising through YouTube and also probably through Google Ads as well. I was going to just use my introduction video that I have on Twitch and also on YouTube, but I just realized I may have to clip that tiny little bit out of there just to make it kind of G-rated or general audience friendly. I don't know. Well, I'll have to look at the video file again.
Where did they go?
Oh dear, she's getting hysterical. Dot.
Over here, child. It's best to leave that poor lady in peace. Let me explain.
I can't make you a script for it. Sure. Go right ahead, Bun.
That poor lady. Both her husband and child became ill and passed away.
Oh my god. And she was driven mad as a result. They must have been seriously ill.
Oh, not terribly serious, but they needed to get treatment every now and then, which did impact their livelihood. In order to try and rid themselves of the ailment once and for all, they bought some kind of wonder medicine. Who would have thought their condition would deteriorate?
Yes, even Bunny's working hard. Yep.
After they began using it.
That's the thing, an artist's work is never done. Even in the midst of holidays, we're always sort of eyeing up the next project. Better step it up myself. Give yourself the weekend to rest if you like, Resort, but you've got a very noble and just an overall excellent resolution for yourself, a goal to work towards in 2024. And I'm looking forward to seeing the results of that.
The two began to suffer terribly, such that death then became a blessing. It wasn't long before they departed this world, one after the other. From that moment on, she became as you see her now. If Dr. Natasha hadn't taken
Whilst
her
resting.
under her wing, well, it doesn't bear thinking about.
That's true. What is resting? There's a question. We do what we can, but yeah, especially when you're a streamer, a content creator, or a VTuber like myself. Yeah, you can't say that we don't work hard at what we do. Gosh, that was actually a conversation that was being had amongst Elias Steradia and Order GX, and I think they had a collab earlier today with someone from Nijisanji. And yeah, that was one of the things that they were talking about, is that so many of us, you know, we start out doing this as sort of a part-time thing, but we've got full-time jobs. We've got, you know, things that we tend to IRL outside of streaming. It's not a matter of us just rolling out of bed and turning on the computer and, oh, we're streaming or we're playing a video game or anything like that. Though, I mean, I can manage the workflow to an extent where that's possible. But no, we're hard workers, all of us. And it's our work product's not something to be taken lightly either. A lot of work goes into making it look rather carefree and easy. Sounds like poison.
And yet, what more could have been done? They were warned about the medicine. They were told about the risks. And they chose to roll the dice.
That's still no justification. No one has any right to poison another one.
Talking about it tires me out. At least my husband and I are able to help her where we can.
You don't have the right to poison
just
someone
hope
else,
that one
even if
day
it happens
she
to be
can live a
consensual
normal
on
life
one
again.
side or the other.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Right, I'm back.
Did you speak to her?
I did.
By the look on your face, I'm assuming you've come to understand the wonder medicine all too well.
Indeed. It's poison. People are selling that stuff of the absolutely ungodly sort.
Be it Vash or the Mutual Aid Society, forces like that can take full advantage of the typical underworld state of mind. Let me tell you a story. There was once a brilliant overworld doctor with unmatched pharmaceutical skill. The doctor was set on developing a medicine that would steel the human body against the cold. He named his research project Blizzard Immunity.
An anti-freezing peptide. Similar to what Dr. Naomi Hunter gave Solid Snake before the beginning of the Shadow Moses mission in Metal Gear Solid. It was an injection that contained a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide, so that his blood and other bodily fluids wouldn't freeze up on him. Even when he was swimming in sub-zero Alaskan water. course, you later find out that that wasn't the only thing that was in that injection.
But his research met with obstruction time and time again, the biggest factor being a lack of test subjects. Tampering with the human immune system carries huge risk, and nobody in the overworld was willing to submit themselves to such experiments. As such, the doctor got in touch with his sister in the underworld, claiming that he wanted to support the medical effort below ground.
But he wasn't really. And then...
Naturally, his sister was overjoyed. After all, as far as medicine was concerned, her brother had always been the standard she'd strive to attain. She brought her brother underground and entrusted him with her clinic and laboratory.
Gave him carte blanche. And that turned out to be a mistake.
I think you know what comes next. Issuing free medicine to the needy was just Vash's way of conducting experiments on his test subjects. On some level, his reagents were able to alleviate the patient's suffering, but nothing more. They would forget their pain for a while and neglect their regular treatment plans. The result? Patients with mild illness would attribute their recovery to the so-called wonder medicine, while patients with serious illness would quickly deteriorate, and sometimes die. I cannot accept that their fate was simply the result of misfortune or risk. No true doctor would accept that.
Because it's not misfortune, it's certainly not risk. These people were deceived, and the deception cost them their lives. Or their health, at the very least.
That's why I want you to help me recover all the wonder medicine. Are you willing to take on this assignment?
Gladly. Someone has to do the right thing.
This will be hard for the people that have come to rely on the wonder medicine. But it's up to us to remove this false hope. You mustn't hesitate. Recover every last reagent that Vash left behind. I'll take responsibility for the consequences. Don't worry about that.
Good, because I might need backup on this.
Go. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Right, we need to go to Rivet Town. Let's teleport over to that.
Stop right there. No one's allowed up ahead.
What, you're it? You're the only two that are going to stand in my way? Right. I'm here to buy.
You're trying to kid. You're that clinic woman's lackey. Did you think the Mutual Aid Society didn't have its own intel?
Your own intel? Since when does a mutual aid society need its own intel? Make yourself sound like a spy organization more than a charity.
She's after our medicine and sent you here to smash the place, right?
Well, I wouldn't put it so inelegantly, but, yes.
Men, look lively and send this idiot packing already.
How dare you? You're dressing a lord of the manor.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Yeah, but I do.
How about this?
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars. I told ya I could fight. Watch this. You're annoying.
Clemency?
Time to clean house, yeah.
Let's go.
Batter up.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Right, investigate. The old box has some medicine labeled with experiment numbers. This must be the so-called wonder medicine the Mutual Aid Society was talking about. You suddenly hear footsteps behind you.
Well, look who we have here. Your reputation precedes you, outsider. I didn't take you for a bandit and a thief.
Again, with this disrespect, how dare you speak to a Lord of the Manor in that way? I shall smite you for that.
You listen here. I'm the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. The medicine we hold here is lifeblood for many of our members. Are you sure you want to deprive them of that?
Oh, the president of the Complex Illness Mutual Aid Society. La-dee-da. Again, talking to a Lord of the Manor here, I outrank you. And it's not medicine, it's poison. It's not lifeblood, it is poison. You are engaged in the activities of the ungodly. I shall surely put an end to your villainy.
Those poor patients. Along comes a life-saving wonder medicine, only to be snatched away by a shameless bandit like you.
Oh, spare me your gaslighting.
The underworld is full of sickness. What would happen if we left it all to that clinic to treat?
They'd be a damn sight healthier, that's for sure.
My Mutual Aid Society has relieved that doctor of patients at the end of the road. Shouldn't she be thanking me?
She would never work with an imposter like you.
Seems like you are quite bent on dismantling our operations, aren't you?
Yes. I take great pleasure in dismantling the operations of the ungodly.
Seeing as you came all this way, it'd be rude.
Talk to the noble hand, yeah.
Men, seize the medicine thief.
You're welcome to try. Right, have at you.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision. How about this?
A guest with no manners, huh?
Rules are made to be broken!
A gift from the stars. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
It's not the best you can do. Send your little traffic light to charge at me. They talk so confidently. Give them the Wesker treatment, dearest noble. With pleasure.
Let's make it quick.
Who's the lucky one today?
Honestly, poisoning them with their own medicine would be best.
What did we ever do to you? Why are you taking away our moneymaker?
Because that's all it is to you, is a moneymaker. That's not what healing the sick is about. Healing the sick in of itself is supposed to be its own reward. Making money is a mere byproduct. And even then, profit is not what medicine's supposed to be about.
Moneymaker? So you admit it then? You're not in this to save lives, you're in it to get rich.
Well put, my dear Natasha.
What are you doing here? Oh, as if we didn't have enough trouble already.
Selling fake medicine with false kindness. You should have expected trouble to find you sooner or later.
Indeed.
I have a responsibility to protect the well-being of my patients. Or to put it another way, I must eradicate any and all threats to them.
An extreme approach, but an impassioned one.
You can't save everyone. The underworld is teeming with sickness. How could you possibly pull it off?
One patient at a time, if necessary.
You're right. I can't save everyone alone. But if I must, I would sacrifice food and sleep to treat them.
Quack.
The debt that Vash owes to the underworld rests with me.
Welcome in, the only giant banana.
Help everyone to the best of my ability. To the very end.
Quack.
So stubborn. In that sense, you're no different from your crazy brother.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you. Your actions today have saved many underworld families.
Indeed I am.
I'll find a way to dispose of Vash's leftover reagents. Next time the Mutual Aid Society wants to whip up a quack cure, they'll be out of luck.
Someone's nobility points are burning a hole in their pocket.
Let's go back to town. I still owe those patients an explanation.
Yes, indeed. It's time they got the full story on things.
It's getting late. Where to now? Uh-oh. It looks like the patients have surrounded Natasha. Let's hear what they're saying.
What are you saying, Doctor? The wonder medicine is out of supply?
Correct. That medicine is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wildfire has cut off the supply chain. Your ailments need rational, scientific treatment. Relying on pseudo-medicines will only worsen your condition.
Rational and scientific, huh? The way I see it, you're just jealous you lost your patients.
How dare you speak to Dr. Natasha like that? Where are your manners?
Sorely lacking, it would seem. Can this dude shush? Indeed, yeah.
Man, please, think for a moment. How can you still be siding with her? That wonder medicine was working fine for us, and now it's gone because she wants it to be? How can she—
I understand your anger, but as your doctor, I ask you to trust my judgment. I will find a way to access more medical resources and help you through your struggles. If I must, I'll get help from the surface.
The surface? I almost forgot that you were an overworld big shot.
Hey. Watch your tongue, lad.
Have some respect for Dr. Natasha.
I'm gonna give him God's uppercut. Yeah. Yeah, he's asking for a bit of the for a bit of the you outside now treatment.
If it's respect she wants, she better find a replacement for the wonder medicine fast. If not, I'll tell everyone about how she set up Dr. Vash.
Oh. You'll spread slander, will you? We have ways of dealing with that.
I'm out of here.
How very wise of you, sir. She has far more patience than I do. Indeed, yeah. I could do with a few smacks upside the head.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Oh, no, I'm fine, dear. Oh, wait, no. No, I just realized. It hurts so much, Dr. Natasha. You know, it's down there, yeah, in between the legs. It hurts. Ouch. Maybe you can do something about that. Joking. I kid.
Oh, you're here. I apologize. That must have made for uncomfortable viewing.
Yeah, I'd like to straighten out that loudmouth myself.
Don't let your emotions get the better of you. If I were in his shoes, I might well have had the same reaction. Now I need to focus on treating the patients and dispelling their doubts.
She's an angel, the patience of Job, our Natasha.
Let's leave it for now. I'll feel a lot better once I've gotten rid of this mess that Vash left us. Now's as good a time as any to tell you Vash's whole story.
Yes, I believe, yeah, a bit more of an explanation's in order.
If there's anything you want to know, don't hesitate to ask.
So, biological brother, yeah?
No. I used to think we were so close that we may as well have been. I, actually grew up in the orphanage. It wasn't until I was adopted by an overworld family that life changed for me. My adoptive mother always saw me as her own flesh and blood. And Vash loved me like a sister. That is while we were still young.
As it should be.
My adoptive parents belonged to a prominent medical family. As kids, we were exposed to all kinds of medical texts. When we were older, both of us got straight into Belobog's medical school. We were on a path into the medical profession.
So, what sort of person was this, Vash?
He was gentle and introverted. But when it came to work, he could be absurdly obsessive. Like a completely different person.
Some people are just like that, you know? When they're outside of their element, they don't know what to do. They're shy and retiring, and you can't really get anything out of them. And then, whenever they find something that they're particularly gifted at, it's as though a switch is just thrown with them, and they just light up. I know, in some ways, I'm much the same. And when I'm away from this whole realm of VTubing and away from my colleagues and anyone else, I don't know, I tend to keep to myself. I knew a lot of people back in my radio days who were the exact same way. Icons of the business, like the late Paul Harvey. You know, he had this just very big, booming voice from just, it was meant for a time such as those old radio days. He had this absolute presence about him whenever he was on the air. And yet, outside of the studio, he was one of the shyest and quietest and most retiring people that you would ever meet. That's the way it is with some people, I suppose. Wonder who that reminds us of.
Whenever I made a mistake in an experiment, he'd bite my head off. And then a while later, he'd apologize and comfort me. He was conflicted in that way.
An impassioned man whose passion sometimes got in the way of his good sense and his manners. So you knew this medicine was his work?
I didn't know he had leftover reagents in Rivet Town. I was shocked when you told me. If you fail to make a clean break with the past creeps up on you.
Very true. I know a thing or two about making clean breaks with my past. I think we've all had to do that at least once in our lives. Hello, Lord Rexworth. Action Bastard, welcome! Finished my stream, just hopping in to say hey, and gives you the lurks before heading out with the wifey wife to go to the club warehouse shop place thing before it closes. Alright, Action. Appreciate the lurks. Thanks for dropping by. Hope you had a good stream, too. So it looked like you were having fun. Looked like a fun game.
That's a long story. Ever since he was little, Vash had always wanted to develop a medicine called blizzard immunity. He saw the human body's vulnerability to cold as a disease, and wanted to cure it so that humanity could survive the eternal freeze. If he succeeded, people would be able to leave Belobog and rebuild their homes in the snow plains.
And do you share his vision?
To be honest, I never understood how he'd achieve that blizzard immunity. But I do admire that vision and perseverance. I always chose to believe him, ever since I was a kid. I knew his research in the
Belief is a choice.
Going well. I used to write to him and ask him to come down and stay with the kids in the orphanage for a while. I thought it might help take his mind off his research.
Yeah. Sensible approach. Chance for him to get out of his own head for a bit.
But I was too young to know what long-term frustration could do to a person. It changed him. In a terrible way. During his stay in the underworld, he met patients affected by fragmentum corrosion with mild symptoms. Compared with non-patients, their bodies reacted differently to hot and cold. And that fascinated Vash.
Sounds like a rather morbid fascination.
He began to simulate mild fragmentum corrosion, thinking that it could lead to breakthroughs in developing blizzard immunity. Those reagents of his aren't cure-alls for critical illness. That doesn't exist. Vash made the reagents to mitigate the suffering of his patients in the short term. A convenient way for him to observe changes in his test subjects.
That is incredibly cold and calculating.
But behind my back, he had been doling out the reagents to residents who were kept in the dark. When it finally struck me that something was wrong, his terrible research had already turned him into a madman.
It became an obsession. An obsession that drove him mad. He lost his last shred of humanity.
Indeed. And it all happened under my nose. How ridiculous. My judgment was clouded by trust in a loved one.
Trust in a loved one is human, though. It... You can't blame yourself, Natasha.
When his experiments were exposed, I spent a long time with Oleg discussing how to handle the aftermath. This was shortly before the underworld was sealed off. There were hardly any Silvermane guards remaining. We spent ages trying to find a way to handle Vash.
Finally getting sleepy. Gonna get some rest before heading to work tonight. Have a fun stream, Rex. Alright, Resort. Thanks for stopping by. Sleep well, my friend.
In the end, Oleg suggested that we banish him and permanently deny him access to the underworld.
Yeah, somebody like that. Too dangerous to be kept around.
Had his victims found out the truth, Vash would have been torn to pieces by furious underworlders. I was young and weak at the time. Oleg must have worried about how I'd react to such a scenario, or he wouldn't have suggested banishment.
Banishment of facing the mob. My goodness. One would mean certain death, and the other one would mean perhaps a fate worse than death? I don't know. Then again, yeah. Banishment isn't a particularly harsh punishment. I don't know about that. I mean, for a lot of people, for a long time in human history, banishment, I mean, that was a fate worse than death, or it was a fate that would lead to eventual death because you'd be isolated from the only community you'd ever know. The idea of the rugged individuals surviving on their own, that was, for many centuries throughout human history, a statistical impossibility.
I hope so. The day I learned the truth was the day I no longer recognized my brother. Oleg and I took Vash to the overworld. He made his final request to us, to take him outside the city to the snow plains he'd always wanted to conquer. His figure gradually disappeared into the snow curtain. I've been telling myself that Vash is dead ever since.
I mean, that is a likely scenario.
Forgive me. I'm not good at telling stories. Vash was a terrible brother and a worse doctor. That's all you need to know.
All things considered, you did fairly well.
Let's call it a day. Thank you for cleaning up the mess my brother left behind. Here, for your trouble.
Slices of life before the furnace. Trial of Equilibrium Part 1. Ah! Just upped our Trailblaze level. Let's see what other sort of... Oh, wait, we've got some other messages here. Ah. The system has blocked the link for you. Please stay vigilant. Verify that... What? I have to send you a selfie to prove I'm hurt her. System's interception is always triggered at the wrong time. Never mind. It's just some of your personal information anyway. I'll ask Himiko to fill it out for you. What the... Give me back my personal information. That shouldn't be filled out by others. You panic. I have no use for... Well, I do! Currently unavailable. Will be contact... Why, you... The absolute cheek on this girl sometimes. Let's see, missions. That's what we need. Okay. Oh, yes. From 1 or 2 streams ago, we had just defeated a large robot boss. A creature calling himself the Arbitrator gave you a trial. According to its vague but convinced declaration, you'll meet stronger foes but receive better rewards in the future by passing the trial. This doesn't seem to be a bad thing. Right, let's give it a go. Level 29? What? Hang on. What are my levels? Characters... Level 30, level 30... Level 25... Are we able to ascend? No, we can't. Civil, Kincaid. Right, you know what? Let's just give it a go, see what happens. Start our challenge. Right, to the robot settlement.
We need a strategy.
Move carefully.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Speed boost. I'm gonna need that.
Let's make it quick.
A gift from the stars.
Oi, stop attacking her.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Let's go.
My turn. With me out here, how can we lose? You can't run!
just enough to put it over the edge. Even dented.
Try that again. You can't run.
Let's make it quick.
You have the worst luck running in. Stay right there while I give you a present. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. Look out!
Clemency, never times now. The truth of life and death with this sanctuary is but a vision.
Defense is broken. Good. Oh.
Go away! With me out here, how can we lose?
Let's go.
He's almost down.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Almost got it. All right. Let's see. Upgrade. All right, all right. Alex, light cone, upgrade materials. Alright, good.
We need a strategy.
Consumables in auto use will be automatically used at the start of each battle. Buff effects maintained until their quantity is depleted.
Move carefully. Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken!
So we've said quite frequently.
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars. My turn. Watch this!
truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
That's a good move. They're both fairly low on health. So the double attack, that really, yeah, good timing on that.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
He just has that look on his face like, oh, thanks, I guess.
You have the worst.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
You can't run. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Time for this one to chill.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
How about this? Rules are made to be broken!
Who's the lucky one today? With me out here, how can we lose?
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death.
Strike
revealed
again.
in this sanctuary is but a vision. Batter up.
A gift from the stars. Try that again.
Nice shot, March 7th.
The worlds are already changing, for equilibrium reigns supreme. Rest assured, the trial of the equilibrium will find you.
And as its voice falls, everything returns to normal. Trial complete. Technique point increased. Challenge completed. Got some rewards there. That's good. It's Calyx again, but it seems to be slightly different from what I've seen before. I better send another message to Mr. Yang then. Mr. Yang, is this also a Calyx? Yes, remember I mentioned that there are many different kinds of calyxes, and the reality data stored in them may vary. Remember to be thoroughly prepared before you make physical contact with them. It's not going to be worth it if you get yourself hurt out of avarice. Copy that. Defeat enemies to obtain trace materials. Let's see, open the Inter-Astral Peace Guide. Select strategic training. You can learn combat-related knowledge and receive corresponding rewards. Click here to begin basic training. Alright, let's go. Skill points shared among the team. Using a skill consumes skill points. We're using basic attack and recover skill points. Alright, makes sense. only receive skill damage, so use skills to defeat enemies. Here the objective is. Okay. Seems a bit basic, isn't it? Team skill points have been expended. Use the basic attack to recover skill points.
Commencing support. Enough.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Oh.
Let's go.
This happened. Enemy data secured.
Zone suppression.
Time for good old counterattack.
Clemency?
Let's make it quick.
Ready for another?
Step aside. I have... How about this?
Oh.
All right. Let's do energy and ultimate training. Regenerate energy in battle when using abilities, defeating enemies, or receiving attacks. Ultimates can be used when a character's energy is fully charged. Ultimates can be unleashed at any time as an extra action. Use ultimates to defeat enemies, alright. Pella's current energy will be displayed here. Using abilities can help Pella gain energy. Skills regenerate more energy.
Inputting commands. Whoa.
Right, fully charged.
Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Oh. This happened. Enemy data secured. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
Alright, very good. Challenge complete. Let's do weakness break next. Enemies have weaknesses and toughness. Use attacks of the same type as their weaknesses to reduce their toughness. Reducing an enemy's toughness to 0 will trigger the corresponding weakness break effect of the attack type, delay their action, and inflict them with weakness break. Target enemy is weak to physical, ice, and wind damage. Seems to cover all three here. Danang's attacks are wind type and can reduce the target enemy's toughness. Skills can usually help you reduce more toughness. This attack can cause the enemy's toughness to be fully depleted, causing them to enter a weakness break state.
Don't hesitate.
Once their weakness is broken, enemies will suffer an additional hit of break damage. When inflicting weakness break on enemies, characters will also impose various debuffs on the enemies.
I told ya I could fight.
Let's go.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
I told ya I could fight. Watch this!
Let's
I
make it
try
quick.
hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move!
What about this? It'll take more than that. It's too late to repent. Rules are made to be broken!
Right, challenge complete. That's good. Let's see. Do we keep going with the training? I don't think so. A strange creation in the shape of a flower bud with crimson stamens and pistils and ink-black petals. Defeat enemies to gain trace metals. Trace materials. Oh dear. No, those enemies are too high a level for us right now.
It's getting late. Where to now?
Let's see, through here, and... got the whole gang together.
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out? Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Mother, I have returned.
So it would seem.
Rania, I thought I'd lost you.
Colia. Lovely lady.
Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
Only a few.
The underworld. Oh, I see.
What's for the oddly specific zooming in on the mouth? There's usually foreboding and bad things that follow after that.
In that case, Report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
Oh, now. Now we're raising the ranks again.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival.
What an interesting way of putting it.
We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
I don't like that silence. Don't be silent with me with that tone of voice, young lady.
I'm listening. Go on.
You sure? Repeat back what she just said.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be
the catalyst?
Enough! Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders?
Yes, and from where I'm standing, based on the rather disgusting mouth that you have, I for one would find it quite easy to defy you.
Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum.
Yes, exactly. How dare you refer to them as that?
My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses.
Well done, Bronya. Good work calling her out on that.
Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Let the chips fall where they may.
Yes. I am ready. Mother.
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Now, what on earth was that? Mind control of some kind?
Ah, we're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
I don't think I've ever heard of anybody going nom 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 to fresh air. What flavor is it, March?
Freedom.
But I'm a lamb.
Mainly cold, actually. Let's go.
Nom nom nom.
Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet
I'm gonna
up.
bite everyone. No, don't bite everyone, please. I think the hotel was rather nice, if I remember right.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
Nom 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 incoming.
I'm British, you muppet.
Indeed you are. Let's see. Hide in plain sight. The hotel. Friend in need is a friend indeed. Let's find Landau. Home is where the heart is. Back to the exit. No, we can't turn tail and run.
The bro or the sis? If you're talking about Japard, we should be careful. He's a top Silvermane guard. He'd probably get a medal for every one of us he brought in. Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Branya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Logical. Flawlessly logical.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this. The overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go.
Right, if you're sure.
There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
Cleanse the darkness outside.
I don't remember the security being this tight last time. It might have something to do with us.
Might?
The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. Branya.
You may have noticed that, yes, there are an unbelievable number of trash cans in this city. Somebody did once propose to reduce the overall number, or to initiate some kind of garbage tax policy, but it only increased the amount of garbage in the street. Now people in this city have come to the consensus that trash cans are Bellabog's other business card. You remember a punishment from the ancient world, where those judged to have lost their virtue would be put up on the street lamps, draped in black cloaks. In other worlds, street lamps make wonderful roosts for birds, but in Bellabog, they stand all alone. Right, going to do our best to avoid the guards. Keep a distance, keep a distance.
You know what I mean.
Don't mind us.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
It's the radiator fixers.
I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you?
Yes, we're aware. Please, let us in.
Act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
All right, you'll be safe here.
My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in.
Soundproofing. Interesting.
Just what crime did you commit exactly?
Nothing.
They
We're
recalled
innocent.
a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
We've been accused of a crime we did not commit. And funny thing is, every time we get caught by the guards, they're all like, "You're under arrest for a crime you did not commit."
Oh,
We just are being accused of a crime we didn't commit.
Not yet, March. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
Yes. Is that true? Are you now? Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
Well, it isn't that we don't trust you. It's just that, well, we don't trust you.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Kokolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refused to stand with her.
I mean, I wouldn't stand with her either. Doesn't seem very nice. And that sort of unkind coldness. Not very smashable at all.
I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are going to need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Kokolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first.
Take advantage of the chaos. Divide and conquer. It's smart, you have to give her that.
Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
So what details have you been pondering?
Me? None. What Kokolia and the Architects get up to has nothing to do with me. My time is too precious for pondering. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
Actually sounds rather lovely, if I do say so myself.
If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Bronya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me.
Yes we do, and that was,
You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Well, may as well... May as well cut to the chase and make a long story short.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Perhaps I should do it. Or we'll still be here tomorrow.
Telling Serval about your time in the underworld, what you know about the Celeron, and showing her Bronya's letter.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Bronya recently. After all these years in isolation, and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld?
It would seem so, yes.
I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why Bronya got you to find me. When I was still one of the Architects working in the Scientific Research Division, I was researching the Stellaron.
Oh?
I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the Architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
Good girl.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the Architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them.
'Twas a cover-up all along.
Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. It's clear now that anyone who wanted to get closer to the truth would have been expelled or abandoned.
Played you like a damn fiddle!
Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
That's true. So how much do you know about the
I figured
Stellaron?
out that the Stellaron and the Fragmentum were linked, so I was already close to the truth. It's a shame that the architects ejected me before I could discover that the source of the Fragmentum was the Stellaron itself. Before I lost my position, I was applying for permission to survey the Stellaron directly. It was my research topic, but I'd never even set eyes on it. My research was all based on historical data and lab simulations. Not long after I submitted my preliminary report and application, I received my punishment. It was obvious that somebody didn't want my research to continue.
So what is Cocolia's end goal here?
Cocolia... It's been so many years since we last spoke. We were great friends once. There was nothing we wouldn't share. She became a completely different person when she took on the Supreme Guardianship.
Power corrupts.
The convictions she once held, her enthusiasm... It was like they were drawn out of her by some mysterious force.
Indeed. I think we're about to find out what that mysterious force is.
She gave the order to expel me herself and refused to see me. I never understood that behavior, and I gave up trying to use logic to work it out a long time ago. Sometimes I even wonder whether she really did become a different person. Is that possible? Perhaps there's a single guardian consciousness that gets handed down from generation to generation. And the real Cocolia has already vanished.
It's possible. Yes. We sometimes refer to it as demonic possession.
Is she being compelled by previous generations of guardians to make such baffling decisions? Who knows? But this might make for good songwriting material.
To say the least. So can we talk to Japard?
Japard? Not a chance. He's a decent guy, but also famously uncompromising.
Oh. Stubborn, you mean?
For my brother, orders are more important than anything. Even if you stuck Branya's letter to his forehead, he wouldn't be swayed.
Yeah,
You
stubborn.
need to choose your words carefully if you want to persuade him of something. It might be best if I talk to him. Though, I'd need a strategy first.
So do you know where the Stellaron is?
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location.
No, it's better than nothing.
According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
Where Vash was last spotted.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough.
No?
The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first.
Restricted zone?
Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
Silvermane Guard restricted
Yes.
zone.
That's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching Fragmentum.
I see.
Sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I fear we may not have the time.
Good point. It does take time to rally the troops.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Oh, lovely. Yes, please.
Really? Great. Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
Quite.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
Well, it does appear that I am ready. Huh? You cannot tell the function of the items inside the cabinet based upon their silhouette. Maybe the workshop will stand up and turn into a giant robot. One can dream.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him. Shepard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so tense on the front line.
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
No. Why would anything have happened?
Come on, Seville. Let's make the act a bit more convincing, please.
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Potential opportunity here.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klapoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture any suspicious individuals.
She is a scared one, isn't she? So scared of 3 little intruders that she'd put the entire city on lockdown like that.
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she alright?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klapoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
Am not? How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude. I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Hey, wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to ask, what crime have they committed?
Yes, what are we being falsely accused of?
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Well, we're not necessarily going to bring harm to the city, but overthrowing a corrupt, dictatorial, oppressive elite that has been keeping everybody under their thumb for so long, yes, I should think we'd love to do something like that.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Cocolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian, but this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Right.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission.
Abbott, welcome in. How are you? Head pats. Thank you for the head pats.
Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Have you thought of a way to persuade Shepard?
I was gauging his reactions just now. Did you see? Unless we have irrefutable evidence, he won't question Cocolia's orders. If you go after him now, our plan's as good as over. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Cocolia will be out of options.
All right, then.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've ever seen.
I can believe that.
Right, off we go to the... Whoa! Get out of the way of the train.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those brainwaves.
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
This is a military base. Trespassers aren't allowed in.
Right. Sealer, initiate Jedi mind trick. We aren't trespassers. These aren't the intruders you're looking for. We can go about our business. Move along.
Wait, isn't that... Serval! Long time no see.
Well, if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall. So, what brings you over here at
There you
this
go.
hour? And who are the guys behind you?
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations here.
Oh, yes. Yes, we're totally her assistants. Yes.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunctioning.
Top secret, man. Top secret. We're not even supposed to be telling you this.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already.
Yeah, or that.
If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you going to be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
Yeah, it's a top secret technology division issue, man. Frozen corpses. I mean, come on.
No, that's not something I could handle. Seeing as you're Captain Japard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary passes. Oh, and remember to give them back to me when you leave.
Sure. We'll do that.
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good word for you with my brother and get him to promote you.
Yeah, promotion. Exactly.
No, Captain Japard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
Well, all right. Oh, chance to eavesdrop.
I'm aware that there are those among you who see the reserve units as a vacation. But let me set one thing straight. You are gravely mistaken.
Yes, the vacation's only for the captains, am I right? Only for the officers.
This is the restricted zone. The fragmentum before you conceals monsters that watch your every move. Behind us, we have a band of conspirators that have infiltrated the city.
Yes, cheeky blighters.
The situation is critical. The lazy and undisciplined among you will lose your lives to the forces surrounding us.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you're in grave danger.
As such, starting from today, we will be adding 200 bench presses and 30 extra minutes of one-arm planks to our daily drill. Is that clear?
God, it sounds like a punishment.
Yes, sir.
See? That was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
I don't want people to see me that way. I'm doing this for you. Otherwise, I wouldn't be using my brother's name.
Are those temporary passes?
Why, yes, they are.
I haven't seen one of those for a long time. The restricted zone virtually never allows outsiders in.
Well, we're special, you know.
Do you see that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at hell on Earth.
And what's this hell like exactly?
It's a place too cold to bear, covered in snow and ice. The guys doing the scientific research don't have time to worry about the surroundings.
So hell frozen over.
The restricted zone front line is on the other side of the gear bridge. It's an endless fragmentum with a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death in the air. If we want to progress further north,
So it reeks
we'll
of
need to
sulfur?
cross that hell. Are you ready?
Oh, without hardships to overcome, there's no trailblazing.
I'm stealing that.
Sure, steal away.
Let's go then. First, we need to think of a way to get to the other side. I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this type of gear bridge. It's controlled via different terminals in combination. Let's go find them.
Righto.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
It's so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
He's a Landau.
Right, because that answers everything. Let's see here.
Nope. This terminal's offline. We can't control it from here.
So what's the plan?
Look for another. Every platform linked to the gear bridge should have a similar terminal.
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interests. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Many a Landau has died in their prime. There's not a lot of brother and sister time. Everyone just does their best to get on with their life.
Broken down robots. Let's check the circuit structure. Hey, there we are. Go investigate. Take a look at its control panel. Huh. And it flew away.
Mechanical Fever released a new song. Did you hear it?
Oh, sure did. Palo was on lead vocals this time. Scared me half to death. It's a completely different style.
Even Mechanical Fever is changing. Rock and roll's dead. There's no audience anymore.
Most of the so-called popular music is dying in general. People have their own individual tastes.
Don't be so pessimistic. They're just keeping things fresh. I thought Palo was pretty good.
Personally, I love the original work, and even some of the covers that are coming out by many of my colleagues in the space.
Darn! Can't activate it. It seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals.
Someone's deliberately trying to cause trouble? Shock.
Huh. You know, the more I think about it, the more it seems deliberate. With the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning. Or to prevent deserters from escaping.
Yes, that's more likely.
That way, even if the front line were to collapse, the Fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.
Cut off their only retreat.
Branya was right. The Silvermane guards really are risking their lives to protect Belobog.
Just my conjecture, but I doubt it's far from the truth. My brother mentioned that they've had to use extreme measures to repel the Fragmentum monsters. Let's press on. We can't activate either of these terminals, so let's look for the energy supply installation itself.
Yeah, get it hooked back up to the mains. Or get the mains restored, anyway. Oof. Big ugly thing, isn't it?
That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron ball.
This looks like a mine of some sort.
And it's behind a gate. What are the odds?
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub. It's connected to all the energy lines. I would have thought it covers the entire restricted zone.
No wonder it's so heavily guarded.
One unit for everything? That's a disaster waiting to happen. We learned the hard way.
As long as we can gain access permissions to the hub, we can operate the gear bridge terminals.
Won't the guards start to get suspicious?
That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment needs servicing just as much as the rest.
So that's why you went for maintenance. Way to go, Serval! I thought you just came up with it on the spot.
Come on, let's see if that guard over there will let us pass.
I say you there.
Yo, evening, soldier.
Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys hanging around. Did you find the problem?
Not yet. Everything looks normal so far. I think the problem is stemming from the energy hub. If you let us in, we can do a routine service inspection. I've worked on various iterations of this type of installation.
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain's encryption key.
Well then, fork it over, man. Come on.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guardian? Hey, no games, you hear? No dice without the encryption key.
Ah, darn. This guy's not stupid.
You need the encryption key, right? Which captain should I bother then?
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him. If he grants you permission, I won't stand in your way.
Captain Dunn. All right.
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem. We'll be back in a bit.
Serval, this Dunn, do you know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to. Watch me persuade him.
Ah, found another space anchor.
Hey, Dunn! It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Serval, it's been a long time. You're still so... You look good.
Damn right she does.
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They help me take care of business at the workshop. Everyone, this is Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Oh, you play rock and roll too? Cool!
Pleased to meet you.
Good to meet you, sir.
Hello.
Oh, what's that weird smell?
Zachary, how many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
What did you say?
I haven't showered in 2 days, sir.
Unacceptable, especially in front of visitors. Apologies for the embarrassment, all.
It's not a big deal, Dunn. You know, if you get a chance, would you want to get on stage with us again?
Our good captain here has a hygiene problem.
My keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the band.
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city.
What a pity.
Though I don't stand on ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head back to the city. It's not safe here.
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. All that's left is the energy hub. The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out?
Please. Come on, don't be hesitant in front of your dream girl. No, don't call them out like that. Don't call them out like that. Right, Captain, we'll just be on our way after we run a checkup.
Anything wrong done?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Japard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think. Hey, sis, the energy supply lines in the restricted zone have malfunctioned. Those useless engineers can't find the problem. Something like that?
And may I ask, when did he contact you?
We just talked to him.
This morning? Yeah, that's right. He's on urban patrol duty today, right? That's why he popped round and asked the favor.
Aha. Captain Japard just returned to the front line. I could reconfirm with him?
Huh? Hold up, he's back? That can't be. He was still in the city a little while ago.
You haven't changed, Serval. You're still a lousy liar. These people you've brought, they're not workshop assistants, right?
Of course we are. How dare you accuse us of being otherwise?
Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard.
Oh, fancy.
How about this? You can leave, and I won't tell anyone about this incident. But the outsiders must remain.
There goes the negotiation.
Serval, you should go. We'll take care of this.
I brought you guys here, and I'm standing with you till the end.
I admire your loyalties, dear lady.
Done. This concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please, don't stand in our way.
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day. You must understand. My rock and roll soul is to uphold the dignity of a soldier.
Yes, but you're defending a corrupt, crooked regime. But if you insist on a fight, you shall have it.
Move carefully.
He's a tough one.
Who's the lucky one today? You have the worst luck running into me.
Stay close. Here stands the Silvermane Guard.
Clemency? Never heard of it. The time is now.
Let's make it quick. About this!
I don't remember inviting you. My turn. With me out here, how can we lose? Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move. You can't run!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
This is our chance.
Rules are made to be broken!
A guest with no manners, huh?
ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Alright, we got a speed boost. That's good.
Watch this!
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict.
Let's go.
What about this?
I don't remember inviting you.
You have the worst luck running into me.
On my mark.
Oh, good lord, more of them?
Just give it up.
It'll take more than that. Rules are made to be broken!
Look out!
Stay right there while I give you a present.
The truth of life and death.
Deal with his
revealed in an
reinforcements
instant.
first.
This sanctuary is but a vision. What about this?
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars.
Watch this!
Stay close. Here stands the Silvermane Guard.
Let's make it quick.
Oh. Serval?
Whew. Almost didn't make it through that one.
I'm sorry, Dunn. Time for a little nap.
He's just unconscious. Don't worry.
Stubborn fool. Strong, though. Wildfire lacks people like him.
Got it. The encryption key. Quick, before we attract attention, let's...
You were saying, my dear?
We attracted attention.
That's the enemy attack alarm. Every Silvermane guard in the reserve zone just became our enemy.
We work together, we can break through their ranks.
We've made it up till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for all I care. I have to lay eyes on the Stellaron. Quick, back to the energy supply hub. Anyone that tries to stop us is gonna find out a thing or two.
Amen. Let's do it.
If I'd known he had the encryption key from the start, I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, Sela. Activating the gear bridge alone would have been enough to expose us.
Someone there, someone there.
Ah. Should have run up against them faster.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
This is our chance.
How about this?
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today? Everything's ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
It's too late to repent.
Let's go.
Step aside. I have no interest in stoking conflict. The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
At least the small waves, we can handle this.
Let's make it quick. Batter up. Rules are made to be broken.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Let's see.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
This is our chance.
How about this?
Watch this!
Step aside. I have no interest.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Right. Refresh our health over here. Thank you, Space Anchor. Mechanized division, eh? Right, let's go to work.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Let's go.
Look out! My turn.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
A gift from the stars. You have the worst luck running in.
Do they respawn? I wonder. No, they don't. Good. We can keep replenishing our health after every battle.
Step aside. I have no interest in.
This is our chance.
How about this? Rules
Double hit.
are made to be broken.
A guest with no manners. Who's the lucky one today? Everything is ordained by the star. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. My turn. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
The time is now. The truth of life and death, revealed this.
There we go. Finish them off.
Is but a vision.
Oh. Not so easy, unfortunately.
Never heard of it.
This is our chance. This is our chance.
That got it.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
I intend to. Let's use the encryption key.
Oh, it's open! Oh, thank you, Dun!
Yes, thank you, unconscious captain, whom we may have beaten into a coma. Jolly well done.
Give me some time. Who designed this operating system? It's so unintuitive. Emergency fire evacuation system? Not bad. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? And they used one of my songs!
There may be a key there.
Gear bridge control terminal. Still found it. That's it. I've reset the energy system. Let's go and operate the gear bridge terminal.
Serval, won't more Silvermane guards be waiting for us on the other side of the gear bridge?
Yup.
Then what's our plan?
Well, either we reason with them or charge straight through the blockade. Let's play it by ear.
Don't think there's any reasoning with them.
Careful. There's a big guy up ahead.
There's no other way. We'll have to fight.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this one. Let's go!
Move carefully.
Let's see here.
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. This sanctuary is but a vision.
Ah, now your left and right hand have been severed.
Batter up. Rules are made to be broken. Decisive strike.
A guest with no manners, huh? A gift from the stars. My turn.
The time is now. Let's make it quick.
I don't remember inviting you. Who's the lucky one today? You have the worst luck running into me. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Let's go.
This is our chance.
Everything's ordained by the so profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing. A gift from the stars.
What about this?
Who's the lucky one today?
My turn. Watch this.
Let's go.
Rules are made to be broken! You outstayed your welcome!
A gift from the stars.
Oh dear, this isn't going so well.
What about this? You have the worst luck running into me.
What are you giggling about, Bun? Oh Lord, not a... Ah! Loading hands. Verdino, welcome in! How are you?
My turn. Watch this. Gotta try hard sometimes. Check out this awesome move.
Oh no. Right. Let's do this again. And let's see if we can... So happy I have the freedom of drawing Lord Rexworth however I like. Oh. Safe for work, of course. Well, alright. Let's see here. Is that guard going to keep coming this way? Nope, going back the other way. Right, let's go with our team setup. Let's see if we can swap out with something else. It's in the fan art section of his server. Oh, I see. Serval, yes. Speaking of fan art, yeah. Right. And then... I think we need to add this one in too. She's a good help through Belobog, yeah. I noticed the enemies we were just up against that we didn't do so well on. These particular elements, they seem to be weak to. So we'll go with this setup. My. She is a fetching thing, isn't she? What are your levels? Equilibrium level 1, Trailblaze level 20, And as far as the characters themselves, yeah, I've pretty well maxed out. Let me see if I can ascend this one. Yeah, we can do that.
I should write this into my next song.
Okay, then let's auto add what we can here. Level up to about 30. That's good. Let's see about leveling up Asta. There we go. You know, try to ascend them, keep your main character high too. Yeah. That would be this fellow right here. 30 plus is good.
When life's all go, the trick is to steal a bit of downtime, right?
Aim for light cones too. Oh, that's right. We do have things, let's see. Equip a light cone. Super imposition. Effects cannot be activated. Upgrade light cones, boy. All right, all right. I'm working on it. Path of erudition. Let's equip that one. Can we enhance it any further? We can ascend it. We can do that. Up to level 30. If you upgrade the ones that your mains are using, it saves your spares for other battles to upgrade. You don't want to upgrade random ones. Makes sense. Recommended gear. Should I bother with upgrading relics? What do you think? Nope. All right. What's this? Yeah. Ascension rewards. A star rail pass. Another star rail pass. Let's go with recommended gear. Oops. One sec. All right. I love freedom of art. I have to check it when I get done with stream, Bun.
Today me is even more awesome than yesterday me.
Welcome back.
Nice! I should write this into my next song.
Gosh. All these extra things in the inventory.
The more I love the starry sky.
I want to help you so badly, but I don't want to spoil anything. Hey, these are helpful tips, though, Verena. These are very helpful tips.
I'm not done yet.
Just as the databank requires updating, so I must keep evolving.
Bah. No items to auto-add.
There's still room for improvement.
As long as you keep leveling up your mains, you'll be okay. You're going to want to be 40 plus at the end of this Trailblaze, trust me. Alright. How adorable. No available items. Alright, let's give this lot a try.
Careful. There's a big guy up ahead.
There's no other way. We'll have to fight.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this one. Let's go!
Time to get vigilant. A gift from the stars.
This song's just for you. Keep up. My tempo!
Fights are like gambling. You have to choose when to strike. Stay calm.
Oh, that was quite effective. No need to get so hot and bothered.
Who's the lucky one today?
Turn up the volume.
Better late than never. Wait for the tiles before you start counting. Time for the payout.
You have the worst luck running into me.
Scared yet? A gift from the stars.
Good set,
Pretty
yeah.
good crowd today. Let's rock. Ready to lose
Oh.
yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
My turn.
Not quite as effective on that one.
Watch this. A guest with no manners, huh? Who's the lucky one today? Everything's ordained by the star. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
This song's just for you. Keep up. My tempo!
That's a set. I don't remember inviting you. A gift from the stars.
Pretty good crowd today.
You have the worst luck running. Watch this. Gotta try hard sometimes.
There
Check
we
out
go.
this awesome move.
Rain down ice from the heavens.
A guest with no manners, huh? Who's the lucky one today?
Oh, you're just a useless pile of junk.
Can't stop the run.
Oops.
Energy restored.
Yay!
System online. Certification enabled. Come on. 40%, 65%, 85%. We did it. We've gained access to the gear bridge. Let's move.
Righto.
Perfect. Okay. We need to get to the front line.
We could have a problem. Your brother may be there.
Good point.
He probably is. Hopefully we don't bump into him, but if we do, we'll just have to try and talk to him.
Are you sure you can convince him?
I've probably got a 30% chance. Or less.
I suppose it's better than 0.
Meaning it could end in a fight.
Haven't you noticed yet? Most of our convincing ends in a fight.
Sometimes people just have to have the sense beaten into them. Shepard can kiss Ushi.
We need to be sure, Saval. If we can't reach a common understanding with your brother, will you stand with us?
Of course. My word is my bond. I said that I'd stand with you to the end, and I won't go back on that promise.
Before our next expedition, I need Himeko to teach me some negotiation skills. Beating people up all the time is cramping my elegance.
I haven't fought with Japard since he enlisted. He could never beat me when we were little, but now...
Alright, got all that. Ah, a space anchor. Thank heaven.
Serval. It really is you.
Wait, Japard? Listen to me.
When the sentry reported to me, I thought there must have been a misunderstanding. The enemy alarm had to be unrelated to your entry into the restricted zone. Perhaps the intruders had taken you hostage. And yet, step away from the intruders, Serval. Walk over slowly and stand behind me. You're different from them.
I'm sorry. We have an understanding. I stand with them. Give me a few minutes, just a few. I'll explain every—
Enough, Serval. Have you forgotten where we are? We Landaus ought to know this place better than anywhere. The outer reaches of the front line against the Fragmentum. Belobog's most strategic protective fortress.
Blah, blah, blah. I'm not impressed.
Every Silvermane guard here, every person here, is ready to sacrifice themselves. Ready to spill their blood for Belobog at a moment's notice. Yet here you are, leading fugitives into the restricted zone. Attacking my Silvermane comrades in arms. Hijacking the energy hub. Are you really worthy of the Landau name?
You talk big.
Why do you think I've come here? We found a way to dispel the eternal freeze, to seal the fragmentum. It might be the only lifeline this world has left.
If that were true, why wouldn't you report to Madame Cocolia? Why would you sneak into the restricted zone and create chaos?
Because sometimes powerful people have a vested interest in keeping the status quo.
You don't understand. The one preventing us from getting close to the truth is Cocolia herself.
You have all seen the Supreme Guardian in person. Do you think you can act as you please because she didn't recognize your version of events?
Listen to me, Gepard. The origin and spread of the fragmentum is linked to the Stellaron. The meteorite in the Architect's records, it's...
I know about the Stellaron. It's exactly what the fugitives behind you are seeking. But the Madame Guardian has already revealed the truth to me. These people have ulterior motives, Serval. They want to steal this treasure from the Architects. The Madame Guardian has warned me before that you were indulging in fantasy, that you'd been exposed to forbidden knowledge, and that you would bring destruction down upon Belobog. I believe you, Serval. I believe you think you're acting with loyalty to the people. Guards, formation. Arrest these people. We could be inundated with fragmentum monsters at any moment. We have no time to waste on them.
You stupid fool.
The forbidden is only forbidden to conceal the truth within. Cocolia's afraid that we'll seize on this knowledge, that the truth will spread far and wide. To save the world, we must risk it all. I've said my piece. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Regardless, you should know by now your sister's never been one to back down. If there's something or someone you can't abide, you should stand up and resist. And if there's something you uphold, you should uphold it to the very end.
Oh, said, my dear.
Save your explanation for the judge. You are charged with sabotaging the Silvermane Guard restricted zone. In my capacity as captain, I hereby order that these fugitives be arrested.
Oh, really? Come and take us, tough guy.
This isn't like our childhood games, Serval. You won't get any leniency from me.
The barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero, Gepard.
Didn't I tell you? All our negotiations end in combat.
Yes, because some people just insist on being stuck on stupid.
Our position is solid.
No, don't! Time to get vigilant!
A gift from the stars. Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, profound secrets of the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up. My tempo!
Fights are like gambling.
Ready to
You have
lose
choose
yourself?
when to strike.
Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all.
Come on. Don't need this, Kyle.
My turn.
Look at the draw. Please, 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 please.
Looks like victory!
Alright, that takes care of his henchman.
Stay right there while I give you a present!
A guest with no manners, huh?
Turn up the volume.
Better late than never. Wait for the tiles before you...
On my command. For glory.
Try that again! You have the worst luck running into me. Watch this! Who's the lucky one today?
This ends here!
You can't run!
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
I told ya I could fight. Gotta try hard sometimes.
Try this one.
Check out this awesome move.
Come on.
This song's just for you. Keep up my tempo!
Wow, that's a set. Time for the payout. My turn. With me out here, how can we lose?
That's it.
Try that again.
Our position is solid.
You can't run. Look out.
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn up the volume. Better late than never.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
Come on, keep at him. Almost there. Almost there. Cherry on top indeed. Lovely. Now, you ready to see sense, lad?
This guy knows how to put up a fight. I've never come up against anyone this relentless.
He just won't go down.
He's as stubborn as I am. It could be an argument or a fight. He'll do both to the death. That's why he bugs the heck out of me. That's enough, Japard. Take a look around you. You're the last man standing.
Even if I am, I won't yield.
Brainwaves? Anyone?
We don't want you to yield through force of arms. That wouldn't be a victory for us.
I mean, it kind of would, but oh, whatever.
Yeah, our goal is the same as yours, Sir Val's and Branya's. We just want to preserve this world. There's no reason to turn against each other.
Japard, brother, surely now you can see the need for pragmatism. Even if you don't believe my outsider friends, you should believe me. Maybe I've wasted your trust. In which case, believe Branya.
Lady Bronya?
Telling Japard everything you know, showing him Bronya's letter.
There's nothing more to say, Japard. The decision is yours.
As a captain of the Silvermane Guards, I am duty-bound to carry out the orders of the Supreme Guardian.
Final answer?
But Lady Bronya is the commanding officer for the front lines.
There's a
According to
good
military
lad.
protocol, if the frontline directives of the commanding officer clash with those of the architects behind the lines, a soldier must remain at their post and await further directives.
Now you're talking sense. Thank you for understanding.
For the Silvermane Guards, the Guardian's orders are paramount and absolute. But there is something of equal importance in the oath we take.
Oh?
The people of Belobog.
Exactly.
If we lose the people, we lose the reason for our existence. Our fight with the Fragmentum monsters is for the sake of preservation. But our fight with you? I fail to see the purpose. If you are truly able to prevent our endlessly unfolding misfortunes, then the people of Belobog are indebted to you. But if you are using lies to mask your true intentions, using my sister and Bronya for your own ends, I swear by Klapoth that I will carry out your punishment without an ounce of mercy.
Yeah, don't worry. It'll all be fine. It's fine. It's fine.
They're not lying. I promise you.
You must be Zila. You are a skilled fighter. Your combat style is nothing like that of the guards.
Regardless of what you believe, these guys have been a great help to the underworld. Many people would vouch for them.
I'm sure. If you want to advance further northward, you must traverse an area entirely corroded by the Fragmentum. It's the only way to get to the snow plains on the other side. The guards can give you some time before the next wave of attacks is upon us.
And that brings us to Trailblaze level 1. What's this? Anyone there? Nope. Something doesn't feel right on the express, like there's something I can't see. Come back and see me when you have time. Stay calm, coming back. The express won't be moving an inch. Chat, we're at 3.5 hours in. Arlen. You're being too polite. It was nothing. Wouldn't have lasted much longer if you hadn't found me. Thank you for finding me in the monitoring room, taking me somewhere safe. You have time to come to the base zone. I have a gift I want to give you. Yeah, sure. I'll be right over. I'll wait for you. Right, new missions popping up. That's good. I think here we should go ahead and conclude our stream. We'll pick it up at a later date. And let's go ahead. And first, let me run through live reads of sponsors here. Tonight's program has been brought to you by Dubby. Stay hydrated and energized with Dubby. Use the code LordRexworth at checkout for 10% off your order. Just go to dubby.gg and use the code LordRexworth at checkout. Dubby, be better. Let's see. And then we're also brought to you by Wise. Click that link there and open your Wise account now. Also brought to you tonight by NordVPN. Try NordVPN risk-free for 30 days. Get over 60% off with their holiday special. Just click that link there in chat and try NordVPN risk-free for 30 days and stay safer online. And then we're also brought to you by the Cash App. Try the Cash App using my code. We'll both get $5 when you link a new bank account and send $5. Just click that link there. Download the Cash App for iOS and Android devices. Bring the music back up here and close out Honkai Star Rail. And let's see who we've got that we could raid. You know who we haven't raided in a while? Let's go raid. Let's go raid Abbott Internal. Alright, everybody. Raid is being created. Let me throw up the copy pasta here. Actually, we're going to modify this. It is, I believe, Abbott's birthday. So, we are all going to wish him a most noble birthday raid. So everybody copy and paste that once we get into Abbott's stream. I'll see everybody here tomorrow for... What are we doing tomorrow? Hitman, World of Assassination, 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll see everybody then. I'm Lord Rexworth, wishing you all the best, and God bless.